Hey everybody, it's the fifth Sunday of Lent, 9 o'clock, and I'm so glad you joined me. Our text today is taken from John chapter 11, verse 1 to 45, and I've entitled today's teaching, Dead Man Walking, the Raising of Lazarus. So, Lazarus is dead, and Jesus is late by 4 days, but reading it, I don't seem worried. You know, the problem with this narration lies in the fact that you and I know the end of the story. But imagine if you did not. Imagine yourself to be either Martha or Mary, disappointed that the Lord did not act in time, He did not come in time. What's the point of having Jesus as a friend if He does not come to our aid when we need Him? I want to say this straight away. God's delays are not denials. Can I say that again for you? God's delays are not denials. Take that in for a moment. God has a plan, He has a purpose. Let's place this gospel first of all in its context. Chapter 11 is bang in the middle of John's gospel. This is the last sign that He will perform, a foreshadowing of His own death and of His own resurrection. From chapter 13, Jesus will begin what we call His farewell discourse. It's a private discussion that He's going to have with His disciples. Up to now, He has been teaching everyone in public. In the Gospel of John, this sign, the seventh of these signs, is the turning point in the life of Jesus. The other three Gospels, which we call the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, in the other three Gospels, the cleansing of the temple was the reason for the Jews wanting to kill Jesus. But in the Gospel of John, here in the Gospel of John, the Jews want to kill Jesus because He raised Lazarus to life, and we see that in the text. Now, Jesus delays this trip. In a way, it seems to be a bit cruel to the ones that He loved dearly. After all, He worked miracles for those who did not even ask it, like the cripple. These were people that Jesus loved. So we have to ask the question, why did He delay? Was it because at the end of chapter 10 we are told that the Jews wanted to stone Him? Not at all. You know, in John chapter 11 verse 8, when He announces his intention to go to Bethany, His own disciples dissuade Him because they are afraid of the Jews. Now, Jesus was no stranger to raising people from the dead. He had raised Jairus' daughter and the only son of the widow of Nain. But both these had died the same day they were raised to life. And the skeptics, those who were skeptics against Jesus, had it going that the soul in these two cases had not left the body, which means that Jesus had not really raised them from the dead because they were merely in some kind of a coma. This is how the Jews thought when it came to the widow of Nain's son or Jairus' daughter. And strange as it may sound, this was also a Jewish belief that the soul had not yet left the body. These people had died the same day. Jesus raised them up on the same day. Soul had not left the body. They were in a kind of a coma. This is how the Jews thought. Now, the Jews believed that the soul did not leave the body for 4 days. They believed it kind of hovered around the body, hoping to get in again. Now, Jesus, knowing the mindset of the Jews, decided to make it clear that the Lazarus miracle is to be the sign that Jesus really is the power of life evident in the resurrection. The faith of Martha is now seen over the crowds who merely follow Jesus for His deeds. Martha expresses her disappointment in the Lord's delay, but she also professes faith in Jesus that has recognized that God is the source of Jesus' power. Jesus now declares the last of what we hear in the Gospel of John, the last of the I am statements found in this Gospel. He is the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life, He says. If anyone believes in me, though they die, they will live. And everyone who lives and believes in Him will never die. So Jesus has clearly declared that death is just a change of residence. You know, often people will call the raising of Lazarus as the resurrection of Lazarus. That is theologically incorrect. Lazarus was not resurrected, he was resuscitated. Life was brought back into his body, only to die again at the last stage and then be resurrected. This incident, really, as I said earlier, is a foreshadowing of Jesus' resurrection. And in resurrection, we die no more, for death is conquered. So, what is our takeaway this Sunday? Among many, I want to dwell on the most commonly experienced one, and that is, why does the Lord delay our pleas for help? Jesus does not work signs and wonders for our benefit. We need to understand that. He simply does it, as we are told in verse 4, so that God may be glorified. The Lord indeed loves you and me. He loves us. But that does not mean He has to hear our every cry for help in the way we want it. In His time, He makes all things beautiful. If only we believe this. As I said earlier, for God's delays are not necessarily His denials. Think about it. God is not late. Maybe I am just a little early. God bless you this Sunday. Thank you for reaching out to our children's home and making your Lenten contributions towards the lives of our children in Nuvei Goa. If you want to get in touch with me, if you want to help out our children and run this home, the telephone numbers on your screen, and I will give you the details. Once again, I want to remind you, this week we welcome Father Michael Payapalli here at St. Stephen's Church, Kambala Hill in Mumbai. He will be preaching the missions on Friday the 31st, then again on Saturday the 1st of April, and on Sunday the 2nd of April, which is Palm Sunday. We have two bishops who will be celebrating the Eucharist here, and we have Father Michael Payapalli. We're looking forward to seeing you all. Once again, I want to make this appeal. If we go ahead and have this mission broadcast live, it must be for those who truly cannot come. Those in the city of Mumbai, please, let's get back to church. The place of worship, we could worship God anywhere. We could worship, Him in our dining rooms, but we didn't build churches for us to worship God at home. And so leave the comfort of your home. Travel through our public systems. Come, sit. You may not be entirely comfortable, but you will be in the presence of God. And what more can one ask? To be in His presence as we minister and worship Him. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you this week here at St. Stephen's. And to all our donors who made this mission possible and helped us to collect all the money we needed so that this mission will be free of cost for all those who come. I want to thank you for your trust, your faith, your charity, and for supporting these kind of programs which need your support, your financial support. It's not easy. There are some people who believe that the church is rolling in money. Good luck to that belief. Good luck to you. I think you are misinformed, horribly misinformed. There are many churches that struggle to make ends meet and they still give so much. God bless you for your trust in this mission, and we look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you. I may not be able to greet each one of you personally, but wave and say, "Hi, Father, we see you every day on TV. Now we see you in person." Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. We begin the 5th week in Lent, and we'll continue reflecting on the first readings.